Okay, I'm just doing a quick video here, probably 5-10 minutes, something like that, on some things, right? Because I did a video a while back and talked about how you can be a dick, sort of thing, right? Let prisoners out, you know. And it seems with all the riots and stuff going on, it seems the Democrats are just doing everything to be a dick. Like, I guess they want the world to burn. That's all I see. Because I think about how to make the world burn all the time, and they keep doing things that I'm thinking about to make the world burn. I think about it, like, probably a month or so in advance before something happens, and I'm just like, oh, that'd be a good way to be a dick, yeah. And then it happens, just like, oh, God, oh, man, how to be a dick. It's hilarious. It is so funny that because I don't try to get too political or anything, but just seeing how the left is playing things out, like everybody's playing a role in life, right? Everybody's kind of playing a role. It's fucking hilarious, right? Because all you got to do is tear down the things that are in place, and everything goes to hell in a handbasket. I mean, people are getting hurt and killed over to the riots, which is fucking hilarious to me. Like, I know it's wrong, but what's funny is the fact that no one realizes how fragile society is. It's very fragile. I don't know if it would be this way if everybody was on psychedelics. You'd really think twice about a lot of things, right? If you were doing psychedelics on a regular basis. That's for sure. But whenever I do them, I always think about how to be a dick, and, you know, I think about a lot of different things. My favorite thing to do is to do LSD and to have sex while on LSD. That's one of my favorite things to do. Talk about having sex like you see in a hentai. Fuck. It's on a whole nother level. But it helps me understand things as well. I gotta do a lot of different things, usually, if I do any psychedelics. I do different things, or I have different things in mind that I'm going to do. But yeah, so from all the trips that I've taken so far, and thinking about how to be a dick, it's like the Democrats are just doing everything to be a dick. They release prisoners. The next thing to do is to release rapists and murderers. Like, people want to defund the police. They want to get rid of the cops. All right. They want to get rid of the cops. Okay. And then they want to release prisoners. Okay. So basically, you want rapists, murderers, pedophiles, and all this stuff back out on the streets. All right. And we want to watch the world burn. I get it. It sucks. And then you're going to make more tribalistic things. There's eventually going to be a civil war if things got too out of hand. This would be the time that the government would have the right, with the riots and everything else going on, to actually call in the military to go in and declare martial law. It would be in the rights of the government to do so right now. With all the riots and stuff that go on, and, you know. And then them taking over Seattle. That was hilarious. I'm just like, I actually messaged my friend and stuff. I haven't got a text back. He's probably working or whatever. He's 3 hours behind me. He lives in Washington. I have a couple friends that live there. They're my gaming friends, of course. But to me, it's just so idiotic, you know? It's so dumb. Like, how stupid can you be, you know? Like, let's throw a fit and do all this shit. Everything's gonna go to hell in a handbasket. And it's really, I think, only blue states that are having the major issues with riots. Where I live, in the city, there was a little bit of rioting, but it wasn't anything too bad or whatever. But there were some that started breaking out, but it's not no more. There is no more protests or anything like that. I haven't seen anything and stuff. I went downtown and stuff, but I didn't really see anything except for, I think, a few places that were broken into or something. But it got settled real quick. But it's so stupid, you know? It's a very stupid thing. Like, why do people have to cause violence, right? It's so dumb. Yes, it's wrong that someone died, but then you look into it and you found out all this other stuff. He had 4 different drugs in the system, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's bad people in the world. But it's like, why make it about race? It's like the left is the only one making it about race. It's like, it always has to be about race. Like, let it fucking go. I know the Democrats are the racist ones. They're always trying to make everything about race all the time. Really what they want is they want a They don't want a middle class anymore, is what it is. Is what it seems like. They want no more middle class, right? They want to get rid of middle class, and they want to have the wealthy and poor. That's how they want it. That's what it seems like, anyways. It's just, it's one of those things. Like, the more you think about this dumb shit that happens, you're like, okay, if you get rid of cops, people are gonna get raped and murdered a lot more. A lot of places where cops can't get to, people are probably being raped. We don't even hear about the rapes. We hear about some of the people that got killed during the riots and stuff, and all the rioting going on. The people that die from doing that. I'm actually surprised more people haven't gotten shot. I'm surprised there's no store owners that decided to bring in some of the people that they know, their family or whatever, and hold down the store with a bunch of guns with fucking high capacity magazines that if someone starts coming in and looting, they just start getting shot. You know, I'm actually surprised about that a little bit. It's one of the biggest surprises to me. Like, I seen videos of people trying to break into cars too while they're driving down the road and shit. It just seems so idiotic. It's like, I do wonder, like, this year is only, I think it's only going to get worse, right? Is it only going to get worse? I'm enjoying myself. I'm always trying to enjoy myself. But you have to look at everything. Everybody just kind of step back and look at the big picture, you know. But it is stupid. No matter what I think about how to make the world burn, right? No matter how I think and how you can make the world burn, the Democrats are doing a pretty good job. Oh, man. Like, how do we solve that, you know? How do we solve that problem? Politics are a joke, really. Oh, man. There's too many things going wrong. But, man, it's crazy, though. I don't know why we have to be so stupid. Why do we have to be so dumb? I'm stupid. I don't care if I ever became a scientist or whatever. I love science stuff. I love, you know, mathematics and all that. I love watching a bunch of videos on that. Fucking nerd out on that shit sometimes. And, a lot of philosophy and stuff like that. I like to watch a bunch of that shit too. I really nerd out over that stuff sometimes. And when I watch these things, you know, and then you hear about some of the older philosophers and stuff, and some of the situations that they were in when you learn about their lives and stuff like that, a lot of this stuff has happened over and over and over and over and over again. All this stuff keeps happening over and over. Even though they get rid of the cops, someone else is going to take charge. There's going to be some kind of law enforcement in some way. You know, there's good cops and bad cops, but when you have a chaotic situation, it brings out the worst in people, right? I know this from my childhood. So I did learn that all my issues are actually more because of sexual frustration in my ego than anything else. My sexual frustration is what gets in the way of a lot of stuff, right? That's where my rage comes from and all that. So if I was in any of these situations, say I was buying something, all of a sudden riots started and shit, and I am in that life or death situation, and someone actually tries to harm me, I will probably do whatever it takes to survive. If that means killing whoever's in my way to live, I will. That is something that's ingrained in us deeply, to do whatever it takes to survive. If you don't have that will in you to live, which I'm actually surprised some of the people in these situations aren't doing whatever it takes. When they're being beaten, they're not doing whatever it takes, pulling something out and just start shanking people. Who gives a fuck if you're being beaten? Just start stabbing. You know, like, I'm surprised all that stuff didn't happen. I know what would happen if I was in these really fucked up situations. Just because of my childhood, I would always try to stay calm and stay away from it and just ignore it the best I could. But if I got involved, it brought out a very dark side, and then I got violent, and then, you know, everybody got on me. It'd go from me not wanting to be involved to now I'm involved, and then I start getting hit or whatever, and then I lose my shit, and then it's all of them against me, and it's just like, you know, mob mentality's not good. We got away from that for a reason. You know, mob mentality would be if someone killed someone, right, and you want to make it about race, then they would want that person strung up and lynched to death, or brutally tortured to death, or whatever. Like, what would happen if you brought him out and decided to execute him in front of everybody? That still wouldn't be enough, would it? That still wouldn't have been enough, But it's stupid, all this nonsense going on. It's everywhere. Like, I can't get away from it, So it's just very dumb. But I wanted to throw some of my thoughts in there and stuff like that a little bit. The things I was thinking about, I'm like, man, every time I think about how to be a dick, the Democrats are being... They're doing everything to make the world burn. I think about it, but I'm not trying to make the world burn. It's like, I could. It would be easy. It's not hard to influence people to make them want to do crazy shit, So. But anyways, I'm going to leave it with that. It was just something I was thinking about and, figured throw it up. Because I can't get away from it. It's all over fucking YouTube. There's videos everywhere. It doesn't matter. Left, right, whatever. It's all nonsense to me. Like, I'm not one that votes because it's a joke anyways to me. But, yeah. So, you can let me know in the comments what you think. It doesn't really matter. I don't give a shit. I'm just doing whatever comes to my mind as of late. I've been busy with a lot of things, so I haven't been able to upload some of the things I've been wanting to. I might try to upload a video again next week, but I don't know. There's a lot of things that I have to do all the time. I'm trying to get a lot of other things sorted in my life, too. I'm trying to figure out a lot of my other issues deep down, which I do thank the universe for psychedelics, because without those, I probably wouldn't be as far as I am now with figuring all this shit out. Therapy never got me anywhere, really. It would take too long for things to click. But doing psychedelics has definitely helped with all of that. I don't even like the taste of alcohol anymore. I really don't. It's not good. But anyways, I will talk to all of you later. Peace.